Today we're going to be talking about the process involved in teachers making recommendations for current juniors or rising seniors. Those teachers who teach current juniors, also known as rising seniors or the class of 2017, will make recommendations for their students between November 4th and November 13th of this school year. All other teachers will make recommendations for their students in January and February of 2016. This process only involves those teachers of English, math, science, social studies, and foreign language. All other course loads will be automatically rolled up and students will opt out of those courses. For example, if a student is in Advanced Band 1, they would roll up into Advanced Band 2, and then they would have to either opt out during the elective process or the teacher might opt them out during that process. For this purpose of academic course recommendation, teachers will make recommendations based on a course map, which we can see here, the class of 2017 course map, using their Infinite Campus teacher recommendation format. Instructions are included and detailed along with screenshots to help you through this process. The process is near identical to last year, however there are a few other items that need to be noted. Specifically, the location of the course recommendation tool has changed. Let's look and walk through what it looks like as a teacher in making course recommendations. I'm modeling using the account of Christina Long, so you'll see the example I used with chemistry in just a few moments. Once you log into your Infinite Campus account, you should see a screen similar to this. You would go to the top right and click on the drop-down and go to Campus Instruction. Please make sure you are in the 2015-16 school year for Calhoun High School. Once here, you'll see a menu of items as you typically would for grading and so forth on the left-hand side. One that has been added is called Course Requests. We ask that you click on Course Requests, then go and select the semester and section. The semester should default to this current semester. For current recommendations, we will use Semester 1. In the spring, we would use Semester 2, but for the time being, Semester 1. So you should not have to change that. For the section, you'll click on the drop-down and see all available sections that you currently teach. You must complete recommendations for any section which contains a senior, but only contains a junior or rising senior class of 2017 member, but only for those students. You would not complete it for any sophomores, freshmen, and so forth, and they very well may not be rolled up into the next calendar. For example, if I wanted to go to Honors Chemistry, which is a junior class, I'm going to click on here and I should see a roster of students. This roster of students includes every student within that course. Now, these students, as you can see here, are all your juniors, as we've only rolled up juniors. Carter Baggett, for example, here, future course request. We're going to click on the drop-down and we have a selection to make. Of course, you're going to want to have conversation and talk with the students about your recommendations. But ultimately, this is the teacher recommendation for what they feel the next course enrollment should be for that student. For example, Honors Chemistry. If a teacher feels like they're not ready to handle an honors curriculum in the senior year, they may recommend CP Environmental Science or CP Anatomy. If they feel they're ready for an AP option, or a Move On When Ready Biology option, they might talk to the student and see what their preferred option is. In this instance, let's say that Ms. Long talks to Carter and discovers that she has an interest in biology and that she needs an additional AP course to apply to her school of choice. She might select AP Biology. She would go down the line, continuing to click on the recommendations for the student. You will see that the current course enrolled will always show as an option. That's a default. Obviously, you don't need to enroll them in the same course again, but we cannot remove that from the menu of items. For example, if you have a student who wants to take Move On When Ready Biology as opposed to AP Biology, which is the dual enrollment option, which is new to our school system next year, you could click on that option and so forth. This is individualized and tailored for each student. Once complete with all the requests, you would click Save at the top left, and you would be complete with the assigned task. There's no reason to do anything else other than that for each of your sections which contains current seniors or current juniors or rising seniors. I confuse myself. Obviously, you only have to do this for sections that do have one of those students. For example, if I went to Honors Physical Science, that has only sophomores here, see it will state student is not yet future enrolled. That is because we only rolled up current juniors and rising seniors. With the informative email that you will get, you will also see that it notes a listing of current class of 2017 members. If you notice a student that is listed that you're not able to make a recommendation for because they don't have a future enrollment, please email Mr. Coon, myself, so that I can make the correction. Also, if you notice any course that is not offered or not included on the listing, we've tried to double and quadruple check these, but if we have made a mistake, it's entirely possible. Please let me know and we'll make an adjustment. Again, this is a learning process. We will learn together. We will offer a session on Wednesday afternoon, and I'm always available to you if you schedule a time so that we can walk through this process together. This should be a great way to showcase our recommendations for students with parents when they go through the registration process, and all recommendations must be completed no later than Friday, November 13th for all rising seniors in the areas of English, math, science, social studies, and foreign language. Foreign language teachers, the only students you would recommend would be those rising seniors who are in a second level or above. You'll be recommending moving on to the third level and so forth. A student that's enrolled in the first level of foreign language will be automatically rolled up into the second level as they require 2 levels for graduation, or not for graduation as much as for college acceptance. So they could opt out of that if they chose not to apply for a 4-year school. Again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and hopefully this video has been informative and helpful. Thank you.